Well, obviously a great performance by our team. I look at this stat sheet and kind of reflect and there's not a lot to complain about. I mean, I could pick something, but I really don't want to. I just loved how we shared the basketball. I loved how against a real kind of unique defense that we haven't seen and certainly didn't practice against. We made great decisions. We shared the ball. We didn't force things. It's a beautiful thing when the ball goes in like it did, and nobody, when no one really shoots more than 10 times in a game, and yet you have these kinds of numbers. It just says a lot about how our team played with one another and took what the defense gave us.
94 points. You guys had 34 field goals, only 5 unassisted. How big is that in a game where you're just moving the basketball so well and just finishing so well as well?
It's probably the stat that we look at the most. I think we're at our best when we have a high assists. Some games, obviously, it's about the ball going in the basket, and sometimes that's not always as easy as just. I think we've been unselfish a lot this year and missed shots too, so it's not just completely reflective of good team basketball. But today was really a reflection of people not forcing things, of people not trying to do too much. I think the assist numbers is something I think this team is really proud about, and they want to be that kind of team that within our system they can make a million plays. And it's certainly against Washington, they forced you to be really good basketball players. They trap you, they face guard you, and out of that you have to really be a good player and just be able to make the right decision. And this kind of assist number shows that we had a lot of players make great decisions tonight.
You guys shot just under 61%, fourth highest all time in a single game, best since 1997. Was it just getting really good looks, or were the shots just falling tonight?
Well, I thought we got a lot of points in the paint. 38, and for us that was really good. I thought we got rebounds, and they were kind of aggressive, trying to hassle us on rebounds. And so if we ever got it cleared, we got some transition and runouts. So those should be baskets that you make a lot. If you can get Sweet in the open court making a three, or I thought our players really ran the floor well, and again I think they took some chances against taking Bobby and Nell out of the game a little bit in Swede by face guarding, that it created really easy baskets if we moved the ball. So I think it was just a combination of a high quality shot that we got for the most part in the game, and then some real timely threes. I thought Ula's decisions and early in the first quarter really gave us a lot of confidence. The fact that she made some shots and made them pay for how they were guarding us, and ultimately I think her play and a little bit of Yo got them out of the face guard defense. So and let us just kind of go strictly against their man.
You mentioned Ula. Do you think she's kind of secured herself, not necessarily saying she's locked in, but kind of really found herself in that fifth starting spot that had kind of been mixed around a little bit earlier in the year?
I think so. She's got such a high IQ, and she's a big, strong body. She makes us bigger. We rebound better when she's on the court. It allows Bobby to play on the perimeter, which I think is her natural position and where she wants to play the most, and that even lets us let her enter offense some and play the point guard. I think as you look at Chanel and her numbers, you see that, and especially from what we've done in the past, point guards really they get a lot of shots in our offense. So when we can let Bobby move over there, it allows her to get some shots that Nell gets. But I just think we're a high IQ team. I think we're a better defensive team with Ula, and I think she's a good passer, clearly. And I think she's only going to get better. The turnovers are going to happen with a young player and trying to do too much, but she gives us a lot of calmness, and again, she's a really good basketball player and makes other people around her better. So, and she's so unselfish, and yeah, she's by far. We need her on the court, and I think you're seeing we're a better team when she is.
Back-to-back wins for you guys now against Washington, Arizona. Next week to the Mountain Schools against a fairly weak Colorado team and a suddenly slipping Utah team. How do you like your chances to really start gaining some momentum and get on a roll here late in the season?
Well, I would probably disagree with the weak Colorado team or a slipping Utah team, but it's the road, and it's that same thing that people are hungry. People look at us and think we're very much a winnable game. It's late in the season, and they need wins. Utah's fighting for their NCAA life and seed. Colorado, I think, is playing way better and could get healthy at the wrong time for us. So that's always a concern. So I think it's just so much. We obviously will scout them and deal with them, but the good news for us, and I think where we are right now, it just feels like our team still has a chance to keep getting better, and it is getting better. And they have a great disposition. They're preparing better for games. Tonight, I think, was an example of really a pretty good 40-minute consistent game, and we haven't had that, I don't think, all year. So to me, that's a sign of us growing up and maturing, and I hope, that can go on the road and be the same kind of consistent team. So it's exciting to feel better about ourselves right now, and we'll work hard to get prepared for these next two and give ourselves a chance to win.
10 assists for Chanel. Regardless of anything else, that's an impressive stat. She did it with 0 turnovers. How incredible and how important is that to have your point guard not just dishing the ball, not just scoring, but doing it without giving it away?
And has to bring it up and deal with the pressure as much as she does. Well, again, I think how Nell goes is kind of how we go. As much as Bobby is really important for us, I think when we've struggled, Nell's had a little bit lesser game. And she just was. She studies it. She's been coming in. She's watched a lot of pick and roll, people that are really good at pick and roll, and how people are playing her, and we've just made some adjustments with her on how she needs to attack certain things. And she's such a sponge, and she's obviously wildly talented, but she's also very competitive and very hungry. And because of that, and the fact that she can shoot it, and she's just got a complete game. She's a really well-rounded scoring point guard, and we need her scoring, but she's also unbelievably unselfish and will do whatever her team needs and brings the best energy every day. And she's engaging. She's never going to have a bad day in practice. So she deserves this, and it's just an indication of how hard she works and how good she wants to be, and she's just going to keep getting better, I think.